What if the secret to living past 100 years old was not about medicine, genetics, or luck, but about having a reason to wake up every morning? In a small village on the northern coast of Okinawa, Japan, people routinely celebrate their 100th birthdays. They garden until their 90s, dance at community festivals, and laugh with friends every single day. They do not retire. They do not sit around waiting for life to end. They live with purpose, energy, and joy until their final breath. This is not a fairy tale. This is Ojimi, the village of longevity, where residents have unlocked something the rest of the world desperately seeks: a long, happy, meaningful life. The secret is called Ikigai, a Japanese concept that translates to your reason for being. It is the intersection of what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be rewarded for. When these four elements align, you discover your Ikigai, and your life transforms. Hector Garcia and Francis Morales spent weeks in Ojimi interviewing centenarians, observing their daily routines and uncovering the principles that allow them to thrive well into their second century of life. What they discovered was not a magic pill or a secret diet. It was a way of living that anyone, anywhere, can adopt. This is the story of Ikigai and how it can change your life. The village where people forget to die. Ojimi is home to approximately 3,000 people, and it holds the Guinness World Record for the highest life expectancy on Earth. When the authors arrived, they were greeted by smiling faces, lush green hills, and an unmistakable sense of community. The residents were not just alive, they were fully engaged in life. One woman, about to turn 100 years old, sang a song for the authors. She sang about eating a little of everything with relish, going to bed early, waking up early, and walking every day. She sang about living with serenity and enjoying the journey. She sang about keeping her fingers moving, because if you keep moving, she said, 100 years will come to you. The authors noticed something remarkable. Nobody in Ojimi seemed to be in a hurry. Yet, everyone was busy. They tended vegetable gardens, participated in neighborhood associations, played gateball, sang karaoke, and attended festivals. They had clear routines, strong social bonds, and a deep sense of purpose. They were not trying to live forever. They were simply living fully, one day at a time. Dan Buettner, a National Geographic researcher, identified 5 blue zones around the world where people live the longest. Okinawa is one of them. The others include Sardinia in Italy, Loma Linda in California, the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, and Icaria in Greece. These regions share common traits: plant-based diets, regular movement, strong social ties, and a sense of purpose. But Okinawa stands out because of Ikigai. What is Ikigai, and why does it matter? Ikigai is not a goal you achieve. It is a way of being. It is the feeling you get when you are fully immersed in something that gives your life meaning. It is the reason you get out of bed in the morning, even when you have no obligation to do so. In Japan, there is no word for retirement in the Western sense. The idea of stopping work completely and withdrawing from life does not exist. Instead, people continue doing what they love for as long as their health allows. A carpenter keeps building. A gardener keeps planting. A teacher keeps teaching. They do not stop because they turn 65. They stop when their body or mind tells them it is time. And even then, they find new ways to contribute. Viktor Frankl, the Austrian psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, developed a school of psychology called logotherapy, which is closely related to Ikigai. Frankl believed that the primary human drive is not pleasure, but the search for meaning. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote about surviving the Nazi concentration camps. He observed that prisoners who had a reason to live, something they wanted to accomplish outside the camp, were far more likely to survive. Those who lost hope died quickly, even if they were physically strong. Frankl said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This is the essence of Ikigai. When you have a purpose, you can endure hardship, overcome obstacles, and find joy even in difficult circumstances. The 5 blue zones and the Okinawan advantage. Researchers have studied the blue zones extensively to understand why people there live so much longer than the global average. In Okinawa, women have the highest life expectancy in the world. But what makes Okinawa different from other blue zones? The answer lies in diet, movement, community, and Ikigai. Okinawans follow the 80% rule, known as Hara Hachi-bu. They stop eating when they are 80% full, not when they are stuffed. This simple practice reduces caloric intake, lowers oxidative stress, and promotes cellular health. Studies show that caloric restriction without malnutrition can extend lifespan and reduce the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Okinawans also eat a diet rich in vegetables, tofu, sweet potatoes, and fish. They consume minimal sugar and salt. Their meals are served on small plates, encouraging variety and portion control. They drink jasmine tea, which is high in antioxidants, and they grow their own food in vegetable gardens. But diet alone does not explain their longevity. Movement is woven into daily life. Okinawa is the only province in Japan without trains, so people walk or bike everywhere. The elderly practice radio teso, a series of gentle stretching exercises done every morning. They play gateball, a lunpak sport similar to croquet. They garden, which provides both physical activity and mental stimulation. Social connection is another pillar. Okinawans belong to Mo, small social groups formed in childhood that provide emotional and financial support throughout life. These groups meet regularly, share meals, and celebrate milestones together. Loneliness is rare because everyone feels cared for. Research by Dr. Julianne Holt-Lonstead at Brigham Young University found that social isolation increases mortality risk by 50%, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. In Ogami, no one is alone. Flow. The psychology of being fully alive. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist, spent decades studying optimal experience, which he called flow. Flow is the state of complete immersion in an activity where time seems to disappear and you feel fully alive. Athletes call it being in the zone. Artists call it losing themselves in their work. Flow happens when the challenge of an activity matches your skill level. If the task is too easy, you get bored. If it is too hard, you get anxious. But when the difficulty is just right, you enter flow. During flow, the prefrontal cortex of the brain, responsible for self-criticism and worry, quiets down. You stop thinking and start doing. You become one with the activity. The people of Ojimi experience flow regularly. A woman who makes traditional crafts with wicker enters flow when her hands move rhythmically, creating beautiful objects. A chef who has been making sushi for 80 years enters flow when he slices fish with precision and care. A calligrapher enters flow when the brush glides across paper, forming elegant characters. To achieve flow, you need 7 conditions: knowing what to do, knowing how to do it, knowing how well you are doing, perceiving significant challenges, perceiving significant skills, being free from distractions, and having a clear objective. Modern life, with its constant notifications and multitasking, makes flow difficult. But the people of Ojimi protect their time and focus. They do one thing at a time, with full attention. The anti-aging secrets that science confirms. Aging is inevitable, but premature aging is not. Researchers have identified several factors that accelerate aging and several that slow it down. Stress is one of the biggest accelerators. When you experience chronic stress, your body produces cortisol, a hormone that damages cells, weakens the immune system, and shortens telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA. A study at the University of California found that women caring for chronically ill children had shorter telomeres than women with healthy children. Their cells were aging faster because of stress. The antidote is mindfulness, meditation, and a slower pace of life. Okinawans practice mindfulness naturally. They focus on the present moment, savor their food, and appreciate the beauty around them. They do not rush. They do not worry about things they cannot control. They live by the principle of Ikigai, which means this moment exists only now and will not come again. Sleep is another powerful anti-aging tool. During deep sleep, the body produces melatonin, a hormone that acts as an antioxidant, strengthens the immune system, and protects against cancer and Alzheimer's disease. Okinawans go to bed early, wake up early, and get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Movement is essential. Sedentary behavior increases the risk of obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. A study by the American Institute of Stress found that sitting for more than 6 hours a day increases mortality risk by 20%. Okinawans never sit for long. They walk, garden, dance, and play. They practice Tai Chi yoga and Qigong, which improve flexibility, balance, and circulation. The Ikigai diet, eating for longevity. What you eat directly affects how long you live. Okinawans consume an average of 1,800 to 1,900 calories per day, compared to 2,200 to 3,300 in the United States. They have a body mass index between 18 and 22, compared to 26 or 27 in the West. Their diet includes tofu, sweet potatoes, fish, vegetables, seaweed, and green tea. They eat 206 different foods regularly, ensuring a wide range of nutrients. They consume 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. They eat grains as the foundation of their diet, with rice at almost every meal. One standout food is shikawasa, a citrus fruit native to Okinawa that contains 40 times more nabalitin, a powerful antioxidant than oranges. Nabalitin protects against cancer, diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Okinawans also drink sanpincha, a blend of green tea and jasmine flowers. Green tea is rich in catechins, antioxidants that lower cholesterol, regulate blood sugar, and boost the immune system. White tea has even higher antioxidant levels. Drinking tea daily is a simple habit that can extend your life by years. Resilience, the Stoic and Buddhist path. Life is full of setbacks, disappointments, and losses. The difference between those who thrive and those who collapse is resilience. The Stoics, ancient Greek philosophers, taught that we cannot control external events, but we can control how we respond. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." The Stoics practiced negative visualization, imagining the worst that could happen, so they would be prepared and not devastated if it did. Buddhism teaches a similar lesson. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, taught that life is suffering because we are always wanting what we do not have or rejecting what we do have. The solution is to accept impermanence, live in the present, and cultivate compassion. The Japanese concept of wabi-sabi celebrates the beauty of imperfection and impermanence. A cracked teacup is more beautiful than a perfect one because it reflects the natural world, which is always changing. Ichigo reminds us that every moment is unique and will never come again, so we should cherish it. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It is about accepting pain as part of life and continuing to move forward. The centenarians of Ojimi faced hardships, including war, poverty, and loss. But they did not give up. They found meaning in helping their community, raising their families, and pursuing their Ikigai. The 10 Rules of Ikigai. The authors distilled their findings into 10 rules. Stay active. Never retire from the things you love. Take it slow. Walk slowly, and you will go far. Do not fill your stomach. Eat until you are 80% full. Surround yourself with good friends. They are the best medicine. Get in shape for your next birthday. Move your body every day. Smile. A cheerful attitude is relaxing and helps make friends. Reconnect with nature. Return to it often to recharge. Give thanks. To your ancestors, to nature, to your friends and family, live in the moment. Stop regretting the past and fearing the future. Follow your Ikigai. Discover your passion and let it guide you. Your challenge: find your Ikigai. The people of Ojimi do not have special genes. They do not have access to advanced medicine. They simply live in alignment with their values, their community, and their purpose. You can do the same. Start by asking yourself, what do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need? What can I be rewarded for? The intersection of these 4 questions is your Ikigai. Then, create a life that supports it. Slow down, eat less, move more. Spend time with people who lift you up. Practice gratitude. Do one thing at a time. Live in the present moment. Your Ikigai does not have to be grand. It can be gardening, teaching, cooking, or writing. It can be being a good parent, a good friend, or a good neighbor. What matters is that it gives your life meaning and keeps you engaged. The centenarians of Ogimi wake up every morning with a smile because they know why they are here. They have something to do, someone to love, and something to hope for. That is the secret to a long, happy, meaningful life. Now, it is your turn. Find your Ikigai, live your purpose, and never stop growing. Thanks for watching. If this inspired you, subscribe to our channel for more life-changing book summaries. Visit us for a deeper dive into Ikigai and other transformative ideas. Let us know in the comments, what is your Ikigai?